Are you tired of being treated like you don't matter? Are you tired of being disrespected and dishonored? Are you tired of painful and lopsided relationships? Are you just completely over attracting users, abusers, jerks, narcissists, and cheaters, who I refer to as the whack pack? Yeah, so was I. And that is why I'm making this video for you today, because I got to a place in my journey where I couldn't take it anymore. And I needed to figure out why I kept attracting the same type of dysfunctional and unhealthy relationships. So in today's episode, I'm going to share with you the 3 things that I did that radically shifted my world in a way that I never thought was possible. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen Brown. I'm a spiritual and empowerment healer, author, and mentor. And I help people reclaim their personal power and heal their self-worth and value in order to attract and create healthy relationships. And if this is something that you're interested in, then I highly recommend you subscribe and join this beautiful community of empowerment seekers and self-healers. So let's jump right in. The first thing that I did is I took radical responsibility for my life and relationships. I realized that I was the common denominator in all of those relationships, and that had to mean something. I was a person that the minute one relationship would end due to some type of bad behavior or disrespect or abuse or something from this person, I just figured it was their problem and I moved on to another relationship. Never ever occurring to me that I could possibly be somebody who was contributing to these patterns. Now, this doesn't mean that I was acting dysfunctional, but it means that I had an energetic frequency to me that was attracting in takers, because over givers tend to attract over takers. They fit like a key to a lock. I also learned that our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So the way that we are being treated out here has everything to do with the way we are treating ourselves in here. So I went through all of my relationship history, starting at 15 years old, and every relationship that I had had, and I asked myself how each guy treated me. And there was always some iteration of disrespect or abuse or not being protected, not being cared of, dishonored. And then I turned it around to myself, because our outer world reflects our inner world. I said, how have you done that to yourself, Kristen? And the answer was obvious. I could see so many ways that I had disrespected myself, dishonored myself, abused myself, not protected myself, and the list goes on. So at that point, I realized that it was my energy that was attracting these type of relationships to me, which leads me to point number 2. I took a break from relationships. I actually even took it a step further and vowed to remain single and celibate for as long as it took till I could figure out why I kept attracting these people and how to heal it for good. I had a history of abandoning myself in relationships, and I knew that if I went into another relationship, because I was still functioning from the same energetic frequency that I'd always functioned from, that I was going to end up abandoning myself again. So I knew that to be in another relationship was just going to be a distraction from the true healing work that I needed to do. I had to get super comfortable with not only being alone, but I needed to figure out what was perpetuating this pattern in my life. And I knew I couldn't do it if I had a guy that was piquing my interest and that I was really super excited to talk to and to be around, because all of my energy was going to focus on him like it had in the past. And I needed to take all of that energy that I shot out into the outside world, all those type of people-pleasing things, and I had to pull it back into myself. So it didn't even give me an opportunity to be codependent or to be needy or to be seeking approval and love and attention, because I didn't even allow that to be in my life for me to go that direction. And the third thing that I did was I healed my self-worth. Now, when I was doing this, I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't until after the fact, until I started to see myself organically showing up in the world differently, when I was no longer doing those same conditioned habits and patterns that I used to do. I noticed it one day and I was like, whoa, something is changing within me. And I asked myself, oh my gosh, what had changed? And what had changed is that I had healed my self-worth. I had reset the underlying internal foundation that I was showing up to relationships. And I did this through learning how to love myself through the 5 self-love tenets that I talk about in my book, the international #1 bestseller, The Recovering People Pleaser, a spiritual guide to reclaim your true worth and attract the love you deserve. You can find that right up here. This book is a self-healing guide, and it tells you everything that I did from top to bottom with tons of personal stories to help accommodate the work so that you can learn how to do this yourself. And the cool thing about this book is that now people are finding this book and they're reaching out to me without even knowing me on social media or YouTube to do personalized work with me. That's how much this book resonates with people. So I want to share with you briefly what the 5 self-love tenets are. Number 1 is grace and forgiveness of self. Number 2 is respect and protection of self. Number 3 is compassion and acceptance of self. Number 4 is positive and supportive, loving self-talk. And number 5 is self-care. I actually went to work and applied these things to my life, to my psyche, to my limited beliefs. I meditated on them and I did the work. And the result was an organic upgrade of my self-worth, which changed my energetic frequency, which then attracted better experience to me. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. And if we don't like what we're seeing out here, we have the power to change it in here. The human body is fascinating. It is a self-healing mechanism. Not only does our physical body know how to heal itself, but we can heal our brain, our programs, our traumas, all of those things by just setting course to do so. And here's what I found out for sure. The work is not hard. It's just different. The most important thing is that you get uber consistent with it so that you can start to retrain your brain in a way that knows deeply your self-worth and value, and you will start attracting people to you that A, will see your self-worth and value and want to honor your self-worth and value, and B, it will make you stronger to show up to the people that are going to push against you. No longer will you be a doormat. No longer are you going to self-abandon. And no longer are you going to be the overgiver that is prey to the overtaker. If you're curious as to where you are on your self-love journey, then I highly recommend that you download my free revolutionary self-love quiz. You can get that right up here. I have gotten so much amazing feedback from this quiz. In fact, I think it is likely the best quiz that is out there right now. Why? Because I'm a self-love mastery coach and I know the exact questions to ask you to really get to the root of the matter. This quiz is 5 to 7 minutes long and you get your results right away. If this video inspired you and you'd like a little bit more on this topic, then I highly recommend you watch this video right here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share with someone you love, and leave me a comment below. You know I love your comments, y'all. And until next time, remember, you matter. Now go love yourself.